charge, David Howlett and Chris Mitchell. And we get underway at the MCG. Bomber Thompson won the toss, and the Bombers are going right to left in the first quarter. Watson gets a tough one from O'Donnell, but can't clear the area. Now a chance for Harvey, playing his 150th, off to Buick. Bombers into attack first. It goes over Salmon, and getting back there is Jakovic to take the mark. Glenn Jakovic. Well, the Bombers played here Friday night last week, and they lost to North Melbourne, which cost them their place in the six. They're back here again. Of course, they're one of 4 teams sharing the MCG this year as a home ground, and it could be a terrific advantage if and when they get to the finals and play finals here.
Half forward for the Bombers. Glenn Jakovic picking up Salmon. Here's Don Pike from the half-back line, an underrated player. Pike to the half-forward line. Hines versus Wallace. Oh, look at the pace. This is a lot of pace for the West Coast by Banfield. A good effort to hook it back towards Sumich. Sumich against Fletcher. Fletcher's possessed with a lot of pace, but taken by Matera. Matera, an open goal looms. He bangs it in long and across the face and through for one behind. But already Peter Matera looking to be moving a little bit quicker than he has in the past couple of weeks. Roscoe?
Yes, he's just been carrying a couple of nickel injuries, Pete, but and has been a bit below his best, but players can't play 100% every game.
Fletcher to Watson, that's the young and the old of it. Schoolboy to the veteran. I've lost it here, but it's going to be a free kick to Wanganeen against Matera. Pace there. And Watson's doubled up, takes the mark, plays on, kicks towards the centre of the ground. Hurd can't grab it. Ollerenshaw, 47, goes in for the tackle on McKenna. Goes back to Clappe, across the ground. One-handed drop by Worsfold. He's met solidly by Watson, but look at Matera. A fantastic pick-up at pace. Now McKenna.
Yes, well done by Guy McKenna under Johnny Worsfold. He breaks clear with determination. In towards half-forward. At the back is Fletcher. And it's taken away by Hines. Well done by Hines. Further afield to McIntosh, trying to trap it. He sockers it now. Did it go over in the full? It didn't. So it will be a throw-in, forward pocket for the Eagles.
Yes, a bit of a costly miss there to Dean Morris. Should have controlled that footy.
Hines and Wallace. Clean possession to Wallace. Gee, O'Donnell under pressure. Wanganeen, who's going to get a free kick, O'Donnell. Advantage. Harvey. Towards the centre of the ground. Watson, prominent early. Can't mark this time in front of Wilson. Some tough clashes. Matera's pace has been outstanding so far. His hand passes straight to Evans. Buick applies the tackle, but the umpire will ball it up.
Yes, and as to be expected, Paul Hills with his pace is picking up Peter Matera.
So there's Tony Evans. Vital player for the Eagles. They're not all that strong in the roving department, but Evans probably their best rover. There's Dean Wallace doing the ruck. Well done by Worsfold to get it out. Michael Long played a great game against North Melbourne. That was Ollerenshaw, and then eventually the Bombers take it out of defence by Masiti in towards half forward. Hurd couldn't take it. Payne is there. Bradley Payne's got a couple to beat. He traps it well. Well done by Payne. Almost slipped over. Still got it. On the left foot looking for Salmon. Salmon versus Jakovic. Salmon couldn't mark. Here's nearly a free kick to Essendon to Simons, but not paid. Still a chance for Salmon. He's brought the ground. Umpire calls play on as the Eagles try and get it out of defence. Clappe is there. Now it's Denham. Out the Long. Michael Long dodging, weaving. Gets in a hand pass. Round the corner, Ollerenshaw. Up towards Somerville. And Peter Somerville is marked 25 to 30 metres out from goal.
Yes, and well played to Michael Long. Banfield, the first gamer for the Eagles, picking up Michael Long. He's a tagging type player, Drew Banfield. But Somerville there, too big in front of Wilson on that occasion.
Well, he kicked very poorly against North Melbourne at a vital time. He missed 3 or 4 sitters, Peter Somerville. But normally he's a pretty good kick. His dad wore the same number many years ago for Essendon, John Somerville, the late John Somerville. Now, here's his son, Peter, kicking a goal. It looks good. Yes, first goal of the game. Peter Somerville kicks his first, and the Bombers lead by 5 points.
Yes, and they worked the ball well out of the back line, Essendon, to get the ball down forward. They just used a chain of handballs, players prepared to run off the line. Masiti particularly on the end, and then maybe a free kick to Salmon, allowed to play on a pretty bustly passage of play here. Players slipping over, fumbling, knocking the ball on in the end. Here we see the play by Long. Just a little bit too nippy for Banfield there. And a good centering kick.
Back in the middle. And Somerville, the goal scorer, gets it down. It clear through Denham. It goes up to play near the 50. He's got Clappe on his hammer. Just gets the hand pass clear. Oh, Banfield did well on Long that time. Away to Matera. His kick. Doesn't find touch. O'Donnell into Hurd. Denham. Bit of time. Sean Denham thumps it in Long. Salmon. Hurd went up with him. Here's McKenna and Simons. It comes to the back and the Eagles out of trouble. Pike up to half-back flank. And Harding. Kick by Harding over the wing. Oh, McIntosh crashes into the pack, can't mark. Olorenshaw does well. To Denham, prominent early. Kick by Denham to centre half forward. Hurd. Oh, no. Off hands to Wilson.
Peter Wilson. The half forward. Oh, heading back with the flight. Almost a mark to Evans. Oh, bad luck to the Eagles. That was almost a mark. They both clashed, but courage by both players.
Terrific stuff. And Bonner Thompson turned a previous attempt to mark, and McIntosh came over the top, caught one on the back. He's a bit sore.
Oh, Evans.
Gutsy stuff, wasn't it?
Nearly a mark to Evans, just not quite. But Heady showed a lot of courage. There's a tackle on Evans again. The umpire sensibly will bounce 50 metres out from the Eagles' goal. Vital game for both clubs. Even the Eagles aren't certainties for the sixth, the way it's structured at the moment. They've got some tough games too. Here's Chris Mainwaring. Still going with it, Chris Mainwaring. And he taps it back into play, but it had rolled over the line. So it'll be a throw-in.
A bit deceiving, that ground, but it looks terrific in a few places. A bit soft, and a few players are slipping over already.
Bombers a goal. The Eagles a point on the 7 Sport scoreboard. Masiti, number 24, ball out of play. And we'll have a throw-in. Joe Masiti's had an outstanding season. Wallace and Hines. Comes to Long. His hand pass is blocked. It's back into the pack. Seen a few packs. And the pressure these teams are showing, well, it's like a final 2 months early.
So the bounce 20 metres out from the Eagles' goal. Tony Evans waiting to do the roving. He's got Hines to do the ruck work. He tapped it down, Hines. Kicked away by Thompson. Now, was that touched off the boot? It was. So it'll be a throw-in, not out in the full. Mark Thompson, a veteran for the Bombers. Been a great player over a number of years. Dean Wallace doing the ruck work. David Hines taps it down. Worsfold. Matera comes through the pack. A great effort, Peter Matera. That is class. Goal. Peter Matera. Brilliant passage of play, and the Eagles by a point.
There's Matera's kick there, full score, 1-1. And when he comes forward in that positive fashion, you know he's right on the job. Good effort in that busting situation from Worsfold too. Got the ball free. And clever football from the class player.
Wonderful goal by Matera, back at the venue where he won the Norm Smith medal in the grand final last year, and he just burned them off from centre wing. Mark Bairstow was the victim on that occasion. The tap back was clever, but Harvey couldn't quite get boot the ball before Worsfold closed the gap on him. Mark Harvey playing 150th game today, 28 years of age, a couple of premierships when he was a teenager, and he might have been well past 200 if it hadn't been for injuries. Broken legs at 3 different stages of his career. Pike through Matera to Lamb. Kick by Lamb up towards half forward for the Eagles. It bounces past Heady. Bounces past Evans. Goes to Thompson. His hand pass blocked. Gee, the defensive work's been great. Thompson, mighty hand pass. Harvey, Masiti. And away go the Bombers through Wanganeen. Over half-back flank. He pops it up high over centre wing. Simons, Hurd number 5, but he loses it to Brennan.
Brennan gives it to Matera. Matera to half forward. That's West. Evans, I should say, on the guy McKenna. in towards half forward. Over the back is Ashley McIntosh. Danger here for the Bombers. McIntosh did it well to Waterman. Waterman a hand pass. And they go forward again, and that looked like Banfield. Good kick by Banfield, but just marked by Fletcher in the last line of defence. He brings it to the half-back line. This is Bomber Thompson. Mark Thompson, centre wing, finds O'Donnell. Good hand pass to him. Racing away with it, Ricky Ollerenshaw in towards half forward, planes at the back. I think he gave away a free kick to Copper. He was hanging on, good umpiring.
Hand pass up to Waterman. From centre half back he goes. Towards half forward and Heady. Wallace climbs. Bit early. Whistle's gone. Is going to be an Eagles free kick to Evans. Point of the square. Kick by Evans to Sumic offering a lead. Can't take the mark, but a chance for Heady. Nobody in front of him. Bit of a fumble. Now he's got Sumic. Open goal, Suma. Eagles 2-1, Essendon 1 goal.
Well read by the forward there, and Peter Sumic just backed up with Heady. The ball spilling free, and they team very well there. And Essendon always finds Peter Sumic difficult to hold. His record against them is very good. And here, Heady running on, getting away from Bomber Thompson, who just slipped over the vital moment. And Sumic's backed up very well.
So a good start for the Eagles. They look pretty switched on today. Centre of the ground. Quick kick was by Waterman to the half-forward line. A courageous mark taken by Harvey, running back with the flight. That original hand pass was given out by Drew Banfield. Mark Harvey to the half-forward line. Brennan at the back. Went for the mark. Simons is there in Plain. Plain chips it into Salmon. Salmon a chance. It's over his head. Jakovic put the pressure on. Good effort by Glenn Jakovic. Now he mops up and brings it to the half-back line. That was great play by a talented player in Jakovic, and he found Pike. Pike to centre wing, where all on his own is Chris Mainwaring. Here's another loose man. Oh, poor kick by Mainwaring. Clears Hines. Oh, Wallace should have thumped that out. It allows Hines to come in again. Wallace now taps it over the line, but gee, that was dangerous, Roscoe.
Yes, the kick from Chris Mainwaring, just carrying the target. David Hines, who was free, returned and got the ball up to the square.
Cool in the shade, but warm in the sun today. There's Mainwaring going goalwards. Ollerenshaw tracking him, and Ollerenshaw does well to see it out. So in the pocket for the Eagles, they lead 2-1 to 1 goal. Goal scorers have been Sumic and Matera, and for Essendon, Somerville. Wallace and Hines to do battle. Hines clean possession, and then it flips to Long. Long across in front of goal. Dangerous looking kick, but he hasn't been let down here. The mark taken by Hills. Over he goes, and Fletcher kept going from fullback.
Dustin Fletcher, oh, dangerous kick, it comes off. He's taking the mark with Wanganeen. Wanganeen, a real talent. From Port Adelaide originally. Great football club. Now, off the hands of Summerall. Here's Gary O'Donnell, who's had a good year again. He's kept that in play, a good effort, but eventually it rolls over the line. So he gained about 20 metres then.
And Essendon too, Peter, prepared to take risk in their back line just to get the ball free. It's good to see. Bit of confidence there.
Somerville to do the ruck work against Harding. Now, on the left foot was John Worsfold to the half-forward line. This is Hills. He's got the big job on Matera. Now, hand pass, further afield, Denham. In towards Wanganeen. Oh, he was nearly cleaned up. Taken away by Wilson. Good play by the West Coast. There's an Essendon player down behind the play, so an incident off the ball, and the ball will be brought back to Wanganeen. And the crowd roared, and let's see, someone ran into him afterwards. Now here's Big Salmon, he's got it, gives it to Buick. He kicked 8 earlier in the season, brings it in towards full forward. Brennan doesn't muck around, tries to tap it back to Jakovic, and Jakovic runs it through from behind, and sensibly.
The safety first there, Pete, you're quite right. To come back into play, he was under pressure there.
6 points the margin as Guy McKenna about to bring it back into play.
Well, all leads covered at the moment. He's not sure which way to go. Harding in the cricket pitch area with Somerville. Kick towards the outer side. And that's a free kick against Hills to go to Matera. Ten possessions to Peter Matera.
Oh.
So if they were giving a medal for today, he might be well in front again. They work it through half-back, the Eagles, just over centre. Heady can't mark. Goes to Denham. Kick by Denham back to centre half forward. Punch down to the front. Goes to Long. Long concedes ground to Buick. Buick to Salmon. Can't mark again. Simons comes back to Salmon. His kick smothered. Doing everything in a hurry on the forward line, Essendon. It's a tight defence, the Eagles. Whipped away by Matera. Grabbed by Wilson. His kick long and high towards the outer wing. Wallace lopes after it. Comes back to Hines, who punches away. Now O'Donnell.
Gary O'Donnell. Oh, clever little pass. Finds Harvey. Harvey to Long. Back comes to Harvey. Harvey centre of the ground. They've got to kick it long and quickly down to Salmon. But he elects to just wait back. And it was a good effort. They're peeling for 50 metres, the Essendon supporters, but I think the umpire quite right there. Timmy Watson chips it in short. No mark. The Eagles swoop in. Here's Mainwaring. Oh, they're doing it well in defence, the Eagles. Mainwaring to centre wing. McIntosh has it front the way. Watson again. Still Watson. Now Mainwaring. Oh, a wild kick. Lands with Pike. Oh, the rebound will favour the Eagles here because Heady's got it. The lead by Sumich. Heady going to dodge around and have a shot himself. Brett Heady will race in. Oh, he hesitated. Now gives it off. Hines an open goal. Stabs it through. Great team play by the Eagles. So David Hines kicks his first. And they lead by 2 goals.
Yes, they got that well off half-back too. And then Heady with his propensity to run. It's fantastic, this player's effort to run right across that half-forward line. And they did it well. Sumich came out, stayed out, put Dustin Fletcher in 2 minds, and he had the choice, Heady, of Hines or Sumich. And Hines, the eventual goal scorer.
Fletcher wouldn't be disappointed with the choice because it wasn't Sumich who kicked the goal. Just over 9.5 minutes to go to quarter time. 19 points to 7. The Eagles lead. Harvey palms them off. Goes back with his hand pass. It's not good. It's grabbed by Heady onto Waterman. He's inside the 50. His left footer is offline and through for a behind. Well, they're looking dangerous, the Eagles. Kicks are about even. Handballs Essendon slightly in front. And actually Essendon out marking them 11-5. Hitouts the Eagles have it 7-2. Fletcher kicks in. Well outside the 50. Awkward bounce for Somerville, but he's grabbed by Lamb when he didn't have it. And free kick goes to Somerville. So while we're doing stats, the free kicks now are 4-3 Essendon. Somerville goes short to centre wing, too short, and Harding takes the mark. Somerville's man.
Oh, it's a poor play, that. Harding. Essendon are fiddling around with the ball a little bit too much at the moment. Instead of kicking long, here's a chance for Heady. He's caught. Gets it to Hines. This is McIntosh centering the ball. Good kick too, and look at this. Sumich. Good mark, and that's because of the quick kick, Ross.
That's right, and the effort of Brett Heady again in the contest, and Hines from centre half forward with the Harding intercept mark there on the wing. They now get a shot at goal. Good centering kick though, Pete, you're quite right.
So Peter Sumich has done so well against Essendon in the past. Will kick for his second. On the right side of the ground for a left footer. You can see the way he holds that ball. He holds it right up the top, Sumich. Most players hold it down towards the middle. So Peter Sumich kicks and swings it in right through the middle. Sumich has kicked 2, and the Eagles are looking very, very good. They lead by 19 points.
Listen, as Drew mentioned before, Essendon getting their share of the football, but just a little indirect. Again, that's Heady, the base of the pack, and Hines working well. This is a centering kick from McIntosh, normally a left footer. And when you're in front like Peter Sumich was then, you're always first chance at the footy.
Kevin Sheedy's made a change, and Mark Harvey's been interchanged. Not a great way to start his 150th. He'd had 7 possessions, but came off, replaced by Grenbold.
And one of these injured.
Didn't look it. I think he was going to the phone. Well, contested out of the middle. Harding goes to O'Donnell. High ball to half forward. Watson swamped by Wilson. It comes to Somerville. Oh, courageous mark taken by Clapper, running in the same direction as the ball. Salmon hasn't had good delivery yet. Here's Jakovic out to Wilson. Wilson playing on Tim Watson. Tim used to be ours last year, Channel 7's. Now he's Essendon's once more. The punch down by Wallace to Ollerenshaw. It goes to Denham. He's been all right so far. This is a high ball to Salmon. Now he's a chance. Punch to the front. The handball over the top. Plain, open goal. Hurd gave the handball. (4-2 to 2-1).
And that's the football smarts of James Hurd. Just picked that situation very quickly. The kick coming from Denham. Contest here. Down the front is Hurd. Look at that. Perfect handball and plain. Bit of an inconsistent performer, having debuted in '88. Injury and inconsistency hasn't been what he'd like.
Well, the Bombers really did need that one. The West Coast were well on top. Oh, Denham has that smothered. Just look to see who it was. It was Banfield again. Now Hurd, he's very, very clever. Out the Hills. Hills will set it up for Salmon. Salmon versus Jakovic. A free kick down the ground. Is it? No, it'll come back to the half-forward line. The Bomber supporters don't like that. But I think the umpire did right. Now let's see what happened. As he was kicking it, pushing the back, so the umpire quite correct. The kicking towards Hurd. Jakovic at the back, the big fist. It's a long punch, a 30-metre punch. Here's Buick. Was he held? Umpire said no. Here's Wilson. Peter Wilson on the left foot. Clears it, but he's kicked it straight out to Hills. Hills looking for someone on the lead, and he's found him in Peter Somerville, who marks 50 metres from goal.
He looked a little bit, Peter, as that ball came off the inside of the boot of Paul Hills there, but found its mark.
He's kicked one.
He just floated off toward the centre, but still, Somerville was a good lead.
Well, I mentioned he's normally a terrific kick for goal, and yet against North Melbourne in the Friday night game, oh, he missed 3 or 4 absolute sitters. They're really wobbly kicks off the boot. So for Essendon's sake, they could really do with this one. Right on 50. Normally a long kick. It's a high, floating, swinging kick, and it sneaks in for a goal. Peter Somerville has kicked 2, and the Bombers hit back. They now only trail by 7 points. A remarkable change.
Yes, and Peter Somerville doing the right thing, and the big fella getting in front. So the kick may not have been actually intended for him, but it certainly found him, and he did the right thing to score in that goal.
Must have just snuck in because the crowd didn't know anything about it until it cleared the line.
But it was wobbling all over the place.
26 plays 19. Eagles by 7 points. Bombers have kicked the last couple. Denham getting good run. Hills, long kick to the forward line, but too long for Salmon. Over his head to Jakovic. Don't know whether he thought he could get the distance and was going for the goal himself.
So I don't know whether he had a shot or not, Drew.
Here's Brennan at centre half back. Banfield doing all right in his first game. And a good pass by Banfield to Mainwaring. Oh, they're looking dangerous, but this kick too high for Lamb. O'Donnell closing the gap with a good sprint. Closes Lamb down near the boundary line. That was terrific by O'Donnell. Masiti to Wanganeen. Wanganeen a dodge and a weave. O'Donnell, a bit of a fumble. He might have been recovering from the run. It goes to Lamb. Matera, another one. And that ball is seen out of bounds. Well, Peter Matera is near danger. 7 kicks, 4 hand passes.
A real racehorse, but I was just looking at Banfield a couple of times. I've had to look twice to see if it was Dwayne Lamb, although he's a little bit quicker. But he looks like he might be a good play. Well, Hines was almost held then. There's Denham getting across to Thompson. Well done to get his boot to that. In towards the centre of the ground. Oh, good mark taken by Pike. It looks like he's got the job on Buick. Pike, oh, in towards half forward. A magnificent kick. He found Heady a long way from his opponent. So Brett Heady at 50 metres. He had a quiet game against Carlton when he was beaten by Ratton. He's moving very, very well today, Brett Heady. Yet to score a goal, but he's been responsible for 2. Heady from the 50-metre line. Won't make the distance, and up in the square, up they go, and it's forced through for a behind to the Eagles.
Just under 4 minutes to go to quarter time. Dustin Fletcher, son of the former great Essendon wingman Ken Fletcher, who was his sportsmaster at Essendon Grammar. Dustin still at school. Kicks in. Somerville can't take the mark. Out goes Waterman. Over his shoulder goes Harding. And a good mark taken by Evans. Under pressure from Wanganeen. And another shot for goal. Already Peter Sumich has kicked 2. Evans kicking from 48 metres. Well, great penetration with that kick, no doubt. That is a beauty for a rover.
Yeah, some great instinctive work too by Paul Harding to get the ball quickly under his boot around the corner. Evans playing in front. Gavin Wanganeen does tend to be a little bit loose, likes to play just a bit away from his player and be a bit creative, a la Paul Roos in some respects. Got caught out there playing from behind.
So the Eagles by 14 points. As we go back to the centre, Somerville won that to Denham. That was good ruck work by Somerville, then Denham was grabbed. Now off he goes, that's good thinking. Now onto the left foot, in towards Salmon. Salmon and Jakovic. Jakovic putting a lot of pressure on Salmon. Hurd is there, and now Plain, good effort by Plain. Salmon by grab guy McKenna, free kick to McKenna. And Paul Salmon's got to do a little bit more up there. He's had plenty of chances in this quarter, and Jakovic has spoiled him every time.
Yes, and of course, with a fellow that size, he does find it hard to get the footy on the deck.
Yep, Salmon, no marks, no kicks as yet, just one handball. Waterman, back to McKenna. Pressure didn't come, so he had time to have his second thought about it and find Hines still in the centre square. Well, they do look at danger, the Eagles. Kick by Hines. Sumich on the lead. Top mark.
David Hines, Drew, is such an important player for the Eagles at centre-half forward. He's filled that void they've had since their inception, really. And he becomes the player as a target there. And then Sumich, terrific mark.
Did you do the game a couple of years ago, Pete, when Sumich had something like 17 marks and 28 kicks against Essendon here?
But I think what did he kick, about 12-9 or something?
Yeah. He just kept going. He couldn't believe a full forward could have nearly 30 kicks.
Oh, he's a good player, Sumich.
Well, he's lining up for goal number 3. Distance not a bother. 40 metres out. But it misses left.
I think he was allowing for the big swing, as we see Kevin Sheedy looking on, but he was allowing for the big hook then. It didn't eventuate. 19 plays 34. We have a minute and a half till quarter time. Oh, dangerous, these little chip passes, but it came off this time to Ollerenshaw. So they could really do with one before quarter time, the Bombers. Ollerenshaw to centre wing. And Somerville no mark. Hand pass. Comes out to Joe Masiti in towards half forward. That's a good kick. And Hurd has mucked. Now he's got to kick it now. Salmon's one out. The lead is on. Now Salmon versus Jakovic. Salmon in front. Good mark. That's better. He stuck the backside out, Ross, didn't he?
Yeah, well, you're right, but they've got to get it down quickly for Salmon to be one-on-one. They can't afford to wait too long and have a Harding or someone similar drop back and get into the contest to help Jakovic. In this situation, he's difficult to beat with his height.
Good mark by the big fella. They really need him to fire if they're to win this game. If Jakovic can hold Salmon, I think the Eagles will win it. So big Paul Salmon, such a vital player to Essendon, directly in front. Kicking for his first goal. Oh, very, very high. It floats. And I think it's floated through. No, it's missed. So that's a bad miss. He's kicked it far too high.
Yeah, it looks as if it just obviously travelled over the post a bit, making it difficult for the umpire to make a better judgment in his favour for a goal.
14 points the difference. Here's the mark. Not a bad mark. Tall or short. That's a strong mark. Only in front of his face, not a mile in the air. Under good pressure by Jakovic. McKenna's kick straight up the middle. Time running out. The siren will sound, but Matera gets another possession. He comes out wide. Still at half-back flank. Waterman. Up towards half-forward. Heady takes the mark. And And there is the siren for quarter time. And the Eagles lead it 5-4-34 to Essendon, 3 goals to 20.
Well, a vital quarter coming up. David Howlett about to bounce. West Coast looked very good in the first term. They lead by 14 points. Somerville against Harding. Harding taps it down. Taken by Lamb on to Brennan. Brennan out to centre wing. The Essendon player O'Donnell had the drop and punched it towards half-forward Denham. That was very, very well done. Watson back to O'Donnell. In towards half-forward, but Matt Clappe read it well and went back with a flight and gives it across to Jakovic, who runs away from Salmon. Jakovic to centre wing, thumped away from Lamb. Here's Grenvold on the ground. It's it back to Denham, or Denham to Watson, but Denham's doing pretty well. On to Buick. Well, Pike's got him covered. Still at half-forward for the Bombers. Socket off the ground. Harvey did well. Grenvold again. Now Watson. Timmy Watson. Flattened as he kicked it. In towards half-forward. Guy McKenna. Beautiful mark and gives it across to Brennan.
Peter Wilson didn't make any concessions to Tim Watson's age that time. He crunched him. Kane Waring couldn't take the mark. It was spoiled from behind. Here's Denham again. His left foot around the boundary line, but bounced out, touched out. And we'll have a throw in. Yep, Sean Denham going particularly well. He's had 12 possessions, so we're raving about Matera, but Denham's matching him. Boundary throw in at half-forward for the Bombers. They trailed 20 points to 34 on the 7 Sports scoreboard. Ruck interference, free kick Harding.
Paul Harding, very good ruckman. Not a tall ruckman by modern-day standards, but very mobile. Here's Brett Heady. And off his hands and over the line. Eagles have looked the better side, but really they only trail by 14 points, so which is nothing in modern-day football. Over the back was Lamb, taken away by Somerville with a tap back towards the centre of the ground. Well done by the Eagles as the kick comes in towards half-forward and the mark taken by Joe Mercedes. The kick down was by Wilson. Now Ollerenshaw from the half-back line. He looks quite promising. Ordinary kick, but the bounce favours long. Here's their chance. They've got to kick it long down to Salmon. That's Hill, smothered off his boot towards the half-forward line. As Clappe put the head down and went in after it. Here's Matera. Well done by Hills. It's locked in underneath him. Now it's tapped out. The Bombers go forward, but Guy McKenna waiting there gives it to Pike.
And the short pass across to Matera. He goes long with a spiral torpedo to the 50. And good running by Thompson. Good mark looking into the sun. Short pass across the half-back line. Ollerenshaw. And another poor kick. That's a kick and hope up in the air. Watson had little chance. Kickett's on the ground. Derek Kickett. The hand pass bouncing for Denham. Awkward one. Yeah, Denham gave a free kick to Wilson. It wasn't hard. Tough contest. Worsfold. Just a little one when he didn't have the ball. Now back to Wilson. Wilson towards the outer side of the ground. Clever. Mark the Waterman.
Academy Award performance by Johnny Worsfold. Did you see that, Ross?
Yes.
In towards half-forward for the Eagles, but taking the mark is Darren Buick. I wonder if he's getting back down there to break the tag of Pike. In towards centre wing, almost a good mark to Hurd. He's a promising young player. This is Grenvold over the ball now. Grenvold to half-forward, over the back of the pack. And waiting for it was Wilson. Back-up support from Lamb. O'Donnell trying to pick it up. Kicked away by Lamb. Here's Simons. Been pretty quiet so far. Hurd on the right foot around the corner, but look at this. Waiting for it on his own, Johnny Worsfold. And really the Essendon forwards have to work a little bit harder. Jakovic racing away from Salmon. I wonder if he'll keep going. He might back himself in again. No, he kicks on the left foot. He ran a long way in towards the centre wing area. Clappe did it well. Kick it after him. In towards full forward. Sumic will mark this. Yes. Playing. That's what I like about Sumic, Ross. He's always in front.
Yep. Good play by Jakovic too. Quite often you see players break away from half-back and have too many bounces. Sumic has to come back. The umpire hadn't set the mark yet.
Bit of luck there too, because I think it had gone over Heady's head.
Right, yep. But then the Jakovic kick finding Clappe, who'd run on well from half-back, was a good one.
Well, a much maligned kicking boot of Peter Sumic under question here. Really do the big hook foot. He's on that side of the ground where he normally hooks him. And don't you laugh, Drew, if it goes right through the middle. Peter Sumic. Let's have a look. Oh, he's drift, Harry. He was conscious of it because he started it right off left and it stayed out there because it came off the side of the boot. Now, that could be a hamstring. Bradley Payne getting attention there from Doc Reed.
He's the player that came off, the kicker to come on, and he's had a bit of a history of hamstrings, Brad Payne.
Yes, Doc Reed is the former star player with Preston in the VFA in Melbourne.
They might miss Payne because he was their leading goal scorer last week with 4 against North and spent a good portion of the game on the bench. Taken off that night, not injured. Here's Grenvold over centre wing. Bird got underneath it, off hands to Matera, floats the hand pass in, Pike. They set up beautifully, the Eagles, and so often they look as though they haven't got opponents. Hines marks and takes a trip around the jaw. Kick by Hines, wide for Sumic.
50 metres, Drew. Looks, I'm sure, just watching downfield, didn't quite see the incident. Orenshaw was clearing wide. I'm not sure that he was the player that did infringe.
I don't think that they can argue too much because Sumic had taken the mark about 35 metres out anyway, so I think it might be 6-1, half dozen of the other. And we're talking points here.
You can't afford that, can you? It's giving a goal away.
Right in front, Hines. Oh, has he missed it? He has. Well, maybe it was a clever 50 to give away.
Now, Fletcher finds Harvey. Now, umpire's called play on. Oh, well done by Harvey. Beautiful kick to Hurd. I think this guy has got so much potential. James Hurd.
Salmon on the ball.
Well, good move, I think. Oh, look at the mark. Simons. You've got to move it quicker, Essendon. Kickett's down there now. Now, Djokovic will fly from the back. There's Somerville having a spell at full forward, if you call it a spell. On the left foot was Masidi, but look at this, no one down there for the Bombers, and it rolls over the line. They've got to improve up forward, the Bombers. Roscoe?
Yes, they don't look as confident up forward as the Eagles do. And Joe Mercedes playing an interesting role, picking up Ashley McIntosh. There's the replay for Hines. And that's why Orenshaw was questioning the umpire's decision.
Somerville tapped backwards. Wilson has it but can't gather it. Oh, well done, Timmy Watson. Palmed down by Buick. Grenvold missed it. Waterman doesn't. Out of defence, up short of centre wing, but on the chest of Ricky Orenshaw. Centering kick. Simons, good mark. And did this bloke play a scintillating game last week against North Melbourne? Essendon had the lead at three-quarter time and looked just about certainty. Short pass and Salmon marks right in front. And it was an incredible scene last week to think that Essendon, had they won, would have been top of the ladder, but by losing, went to 7th.
This is the guy they would have had firing up, and he played a great game against North Melbourne in the ruck.
Salmon looking for his first goal, kicking from 48 metres. Left. That's 2 misses.
Well, they're hanging in there, the Bombers. 3-3 to 5-6. The Eagles have looked, as Ross said, far more assured when they get it to the forward line, far more dangerous with Sumic up there. Guy McKenna. Beautiful kick to half back. Oh, look at that. Look at that mark by Hurd. He's a good player. Oh, he floated across the front of the pack. Watson. And here's a chance for Hills. Oh, it's shocking kick by Hills. That's 2 shockers by Hills running into an open goal. Djokovic out wide. Banfield got a little nudge in the back. Taken by Denham. Denham breaks away. He's playing a great game, Denham. Found long. Well, we're having plenty of the ball, Ross.
Well, Banfield's been taken off long and is picking up Denham to try and quieten that player.
Well, here's the kick in towards full forward. Simons. Another ripper. Gee, has he got a leg?
That's a jump, doesn't he?
Oh.
Remember last week he was on Sports World, Peter. He's deceptively tall. He looks like a roving type. That great leap. Very strong player actually for his size.
Well, he and Hurd across half forward. They're about the same size and they look similar. And both spring-heeled jacks. So they're exciting players for the future for the Bombers. Simons. will kick from 40 metres. They could really do with one, or is that another miss? Yes. Kick to behind. So he's another one of the Subiaco, ex-Subiaco players. Is that right, Ross? They've produced many great players. Subiaco.
Still in the 50. Salmon has it booked away. Well done by Matt Clappe. Kept on going to Pike. His hand pass too far ahead of Matera, but it might come back to him. Lamb. Banfield. Bumbles a kick to centre half forward. Clean bowls McIntosh. Oh, brilliant play by Wanganeen. That was fantastic. Up to Salmon. Gets rid of his opponent. Kick it at the back. It's a shocking bounce. The hand passes to no one in particular. There's not an Essendon player there. Worsfold says, thank you very much. Long closes the gap. Worsfold happy to see it out. But it was an Essendon ball at centre half forward.
It doesn't look too fit to me, the way he moved after that ball.
What about Wanganeen at the other end?
Yeah, brilliant. Well, just keep an eye on kick it. Now there's Salmon tapping it down at Watson. And then it falls back towards the boundary line. Still in play. James Hird. Oh, look at that. Terrific play. In towards Somerville. And he marks. And I like it better with Somerville full forward and Salmon on the ball.
He's taken 3 marks and he's coming up for his 5th kick.
He's kicked 2 goals. I mentioned about his kicking earlier. Can be spot on at times. And a very acute angle. The Bombers need a goal. It's a wobbly kick. He's hooked it. One behind only. But I think they've had most of the play in this term. Actually, Essendon's been down their half of the ground, but 3-5 to 5-6, the Eagles still well in front.
Well, it's a funny old quarter. We've been playing 11.5 minutes. We haven't had a goal. The Eagles have added 2 behinds, and Essendon have added 3 behinds. No breeze advantage. Very still day in Melbourne. McKenna's kick towards the outer side. Sun was awkward, but Waterman took the mark. Still in the back pocket. Short of centre wing. Bit of shade here from the light towers. Off hands to Ollerenshaw. Wide he goes to O'Donnell. Trouble picking it up. Back. Walked over the line by Buick. So there's a few West Australians playing in this game. Not only for the Eagles, but also for Essendon. Buick one of them. Simon's another.
Salmon at the back. Taps it down. Worsfold tried to crash his way through the pack. Here's Ollerenshaw. He's been quite impressive. A quick kick. He found Simons having a great second term, as he did against North Melbourne. Now he's looking for Somerville and Kickett. So Kickett should wait at the back here because Somerville will get it down to ground. On the Kickett. Hand pass was excellent from Hird, and Kickett has slammed it through for a goal. That was the way to play. Let Somerville fly and stay down. 4-5 plays 5-6.
Yes, and the player you mentioned earlier, Pete, Ollerenshaw's having a fair quarter as well, along with Simons. It was Ollerenshaw got the ball to Simons. He's just getting in front of McKenna in this quarter. Good contest by Somerville. Quick hands Hird, and the sort of finish you expect from Derek Kickett.
Took nearly 13 minutes for the first goal. Well, the Bombers have been threatening for a while, and eventually after 13 minutes they get the first goal of the quarter, and it's just 7 points the difference. Denham crunched the floor, comes up with it again, kick smothered, it's a high tackle, and the free kick to Mark Harvey. And listen to the Essendon fans, they were happy with that one. Free kicks are 6 each. Harvey's kick to centre half forward. Oh, Simons got boot to ball out of that pack. It's hacked out of there to Lamb. Hand pass is good to Clappe. His kick to half-back flank. Goes straight to Hills. Chance here for the Bombers. O'Donnell in further to Buick. He's a great goal scorer. He claps on the pace and goes thump. The Bombers within a point.
Yes, and the pace of Darren Buick there, just good use of handball by Essendon. The kick from Clappe not finding its mark. Just carried Pike. The option from Hills could have been Watson in front of him, but Buick, that pace, just got around Lamb, and a great goal.
Well, they're on top, Essendon. They've been on top the whole of this quarter. Certainly the first quarter, the Eagles looked the better side, but Salmon's made a big difference going on the ball, and Somerville down to full forward. Harding giving away a lot of height. Salmon, the big thump. Kickett waits for it. He's got it. Still with it, Derek Kickett. Can't pick it up. Ducks around. Smothered the hand pass. Still going on Derek Kickett. Oh, that was good. Persistence. Here's Denham. Denham's been excellent. On to Kickett. Kickett to the half-forward line. They were hoping Simons can take a mark. Pushed out of it by McKenna. Sock it off the ground. This will be a mark, I would think. And it is. Chris Mainwaring at half-back.
So the Eagles finding themselves under a bit of pressure now from an Essendon team which has come back. They trail by a point. O'Donnell. Long kick to half-forward to Michael Long. But it bounces out and we'll have a throw-in. Midway through the second quarter. Eagles 5-6. Essendon 5-5. Mick Malthouse and Tim Jepp working out the strategy. Salmon and Harding. Salmon hands to this one. Long the hand pass, but taken by his opponent Worsfold. His kick up towards the centre of the ground. Heady fumbles the bouncing ball. Thompson, the Bombers skipper. Well done, Mark Thompson. Goes back with the hand pass. Trouble for Harvey.
Oh.
Free kick to Harvey. Interesting one.
I thought he had the ball.
Yeah, looked that way.
He was played holding the man when it was handball to him. I thought he was in control. Still, he's got the kick. Now to centre wing. Mark Harvey, a terrific player, having a good year. In towards half-forward. There's Hurd. He couldn't get back to take the mark. Worsfold and Long. That'll be a good battle. It is a good battle. And eventually it's forced over the line by Tony Evans. About 40 metres around from the Essendon goal, but certainly have they picked up their game and they're looking quite dangerous. Absolutely vital game for them. Salmon gets it down towards Long. Watson on the left foot tries to bring it back into play, but only succeeds in putting it out on the full. And there he is, the veteran. He's looking quite solid, isn't he, Tim?
What do you mean by that?
Just what I said. I won't comment any further. To the half-back line. Evans tries to crash his way through the pack. Grenville. Oh, he worked very, very hard. O'Donnell out to Thompson. He should set it up for Somerville. He does. There's Peter Somerville. Punched away by Djakovic. Taken by Watson. On the boundary line. Centres the ball across the face. And Glenn Djakovic will mop up.
He's a beautiful athlete at full stride, Djakovic. Bouncing away from them. There's a Shepherd behind play here. It's going to be a free kick for Somerville against Worsfold. And this will be a shot for goal for the Bombers, just as Djakovic was galloping up the centre wing.
Yes, Worsfold came to assist Djakovic with a Shepherd. And there was some more carrying after, and the umpire picked it up. Free kicks there.
Umpire David Howlett, he got that one. It was behind the play about 15 metres.
He looks so angelic, John Worsfold, at times, doesn't he? Particularly when he's got his glasses on off the field, but he's a great player.
Well, Somerville has kicked two and going to put the Bombers in front. Well, that is a behind. It levels the scores.
So Peter Somerville, he's looking quite good down there at full forward, but this is a bit of a turnaround. The Eagles are doing it well.
Clappe off for the Eagles and Robbie West coming on.
Ryan McKenna, a vital player for West Coast, particularly with his kicking in. He's normally got pinpoint accuracy. And he takes his time. He wants us to make sure that this is a vital possession. And the Essendon crowd giving him the raspberry. Now he's going to bring it to the half-back line. He's looking for Hines. Harvey at the back. Oh, good play by Harvey to get it down towards Hills. Still Hills going on with it. Harvey coming in to lend a hand. It's a loose ball with Long. He's dangerous. A quick kick. He is clever. He gets it to Ollerenshaw. He's off. No, he's not. So this is Ricky Ollerenshaw. Somerville's swooping at the back here. We can't get there, but oh, look at that. That's Simons. He is good over here.
Well, deceiving Pete, isn't he? A terrific leap. His judgment's been very good.
He's an exciting prospect, Michael Simons.
Strong hands.
Quite strong, strongly built too, as you can see the muscle development.
There's a clever little kick from Michael Long too on half forward.
So Michael Simons a chance to put the Bombers in front by 6 points, or starting to swing back. Will it clear the pack? I think it's a goal. Just yes. Must have been a fine line. The Bombers in front by 6 points.
Yes, and well done, Michael Simon. You missed your earlier shot, but his mark in this quarter, I think he's now taken, as we see this mark again, that's his 5th mark. And he's giving Guy McKenna something to think about. But the little chip kick coming from Michael Long to find Owen Shaw initially was a very good one. Clever play.
Well, Simons is averaging 5 marks a game, and he's up to his average before half-time. Here come the Bombers again. Kick it to Denham, and Somerville is swamped this time. It comes back out in front. Kick it goes into Shepherd. Grenvold the hand pass. O'Donnell behind him. Buick's already kicked one. Standing start this time. Might not make it. It's close. It bounces just the wrong side of the post. Well, West Coast have come to a standstill, and Essendon have closed the gap, joined them and passed them. It's 6-7 to 5-6.
Yes, very impressive display this quarter by the Bombers. The West Coast a little bit nonplussed. They can't get it down to Sumich at the moment. He's hardly seen anything of the ball in the last 10 minutes. And again, Guy McKenna getting the raspberry as he takes his time, kicks it out, looking for Wilson. Salmon chips across. Wilson at the back. Takes it away for the West Coast and brings it out towards centre wing. Heady at the centre. There's McIntosh. Couldn't mark. Strong tackle, McIntosh. And the umpire said it was held to Mark Thompson. And it will be a bounce. Scoreboard. 7 Sports scoreboard shows Essendon 6-7, leading the West Coast 5-6.
That's the Bombers leading by 7 points after they trailed by 14 at quarter time. A punch by Wilson. O'Donnell. But it's out of bounds. Half-back flank for Essendon. The Eagles have kicked just 2 behinds in this quarter. And now Essendon have added 3 goals, 5. Hines to do battle with Harvey. Comes underfoot. McIntosh did particularly well in a tight spot there. Harvey. Umpire will have to sort this one out. And he'll ball it up. Well, we talked about stats in the first quarter, and even when the Eagles were leading, Essendon had an advantage in the stats, and in centre breaks, they're flogging them 10-2 for the game. That's incredible.
Yes, that's a very important stat, that one too. Well, they had a lot of the ball early too, but their forward line wasn't functioning. Here's Masidi, almost threw that one out. Mark Harvey in towards the centre of ground. Matera, there's some pace. Look at Matera go. He was grabbed just momentarily, grabbed by Hills, but it was there.
He encourages you to give him free kicks, doesn't he?
Well, he's just so quick, exciting. And look at the kick. Out the Waterman, kick it, putting the pressure on, but Waterman marks. Just Waterman. Way out at half forward, almost on the wing. And the umpire telling, that was dangerous by Derek Kickett not to hand that back. He could easily have been penalised.
Every second he was allowed.
Did he ever? That was dangerous. There's a torpedo punt kick up towards full forward. A chance for the Eagles, and the big fly at the back was by Ashley McIntosh. So he did it pretty easily in the end.
In the end he did, but he's found it hard to get into this game, Ashley McIntosh. Just a few weeks with a bit of a foot problem. Has had his foot in plaster to try and assist the recuperation.
Well, his dad was a great player for St Kilda over here and a great player in the West, John McIntosh. Actually played with him, Ross, in a state game on this ground for Victoria once. In the days when the West Australians played for Victoria.
Terrific.
Well, I thought you'd be interested. Here's Ashley. And he's put it right through for a goal. So that's his first. And the Eagles strike back.
But you forget that Bosco played for Victoria. You don't have to talk ancient history to be talking that.
No, that's quite true.
But again, Matera, the player, they're just getting a little bit of bite from. They've found it hard to go forward in this quarter. As Peter mentioned, it's been all Essendon. But McIntosh finally showing the value they want from that player. Jumping up and taking a good grab and finishing off.
Bombers by a point. It took the Eagles 23.5 minutes to get their first goal in this quarter. Harding out of the middle. So we'll give them a centre break that time. They haven't had many for the game. Waterman can't get boot to ball. Heady is taken away from him by Thompson. Sumich and Fletcher. And the youngster sees the ball out. Dustin Fletcher. Now Essendon dominating in kicks around the ground as well in this quarter. And that's why they've been able to come from 14 points behind to hit the front. But the Eagles have it on the forward line and have a chance of a goal here. But the umpire will ball it up. 5.5 minutes to go to half-time at the MCG. And we'll look at handballs and Essendon killing the mare again.
So right in front of the Eagles' goal, Hines jumps. Punched away by Glendinning, back towards the boundary line. Denham has been an excellent player. And he caught that high. No, the umpire says a throw in. Sean Denham is... Well, look at the marks, 19 to 12, Ross.
Yes, they've carried the ball well. That's why those handball stats are up. They're prepared to run a lot more, Essendon.
It's not always overhead marking. It's often it means you've got possession of the ball. Now, there's Hetty and Mainwaring working hard. Mainwaring brought the ground. The umpire sensibly will bounce. Just under 5 minutes of play left in this second term. Been fairly quiet, Chris Mainwaring.
Yes, he's been moved down to a pocket in this quarter.
He's had 2 marks and 4 kicks. So that's not like his normal stats, and no handballs. So really, only four possessions virtually for Chris Mainwaring. Harvey to do the ruck work. He's a pretty short ruckman. He's got Hines to beat. Thompson heads for the boundary lines, thump back towards the pocket. Masidi is there and Buick mopping up, brings it to centre wing where Salmon is at the back, hooks it down with the left hand. That's holding the ball.
Yes.
He bounced it, good umpiring. He bounced it and was grabbed, and the crowd don't understand that. A bit too one-eyed, but there was certainly a free kick to Evans.
Kick by Evans, great penetration. He kicked a mighty goal in the first quarter. Holleran Shaw, ball is held to him.
Oh, that is wrong. That is a shocking decision, umpire. He had no chance. What's this? He grabs it, caught as he grabs it. No chance to held in. Could not get rid of the ball, and a shocker.
And while that was happening, Bradley Plains back on and Somerville's been taken off.
Mainwaring goals. The Eagles back in front. Well, Mainwaring had a better hold on that ball than the Essendon player. His hands came around Holleran Shaw and got the ball.
Yeah, in those tight situations, you've got to give players a chance to get rid of the footy.
You've got to have a chance to get rid of it. Here it is again. Bang, caught, held to him, the ball. Well, the Eagles lead by 5 points after a very disappointing decision by the umpire. Nevertheless, it's a goal. Punched down by Salmon. Kick it. Went without it. Pike receives from Johnny Worsfold. Up in the air to centre wing. O'Donnell, that is a top-class mark. He did not take his eyes off it at any stage. Here's Joe Masidi. In towards half forward for the Bombers. Over the back. The race is on. 3 Eagles. And 1 Bomber. And it looks like Simons. And he takes it to the line.
Using that, Pete, that interpretation, that's really what it is. It's everyone else's interpretation. 2 people always interpret it differently.
Well, the whole point is the name of the game is you've got to give the player a chance to get rid of the ball, and that didn't happen. And it cost them a goal. There's Hurd. Oh, look at that smother bite now. Was it Johnny Worsfold? It was. It's typical. No, it wasn't. It was Wilson who dived on the boot. Terrific effort.
Actually, Roscoe, it wasn't actually 1 man against 1 man. It was probably 1 man against 50,000.
Yes.
It's when the replay went on the scoreboard, they give it to him.
Well, they're never right, are they?
Pike, he gave it. And was that over the line?
Now, is that holding it?
Yes, that is holding the ball.
Well, even that was tough. I think both decisions were wrong. That wasn't holding the ball.
Kick to Hurd. He centres it. Inside centre half forward. Salmon with Harding. Neither of them nearly touched it. Oh, here's a chance. Simons. But it goes to Lamb. Now Wilson. And the Eagles to clear. They've kicked the last 2 goals to steady. Centre wing. Evans. Oh, top mark. Oh, that was a beauty. Played such a great game in the grand final last year. The kick to half forward. McIntosh. He had it spent. There was no mark there. Comes back to him, though. Round the boundary line goes Masiti. And it's out of bounds. 1.5 minutes to half-time. 48 to 43. The Eagles by 5 points on the 7 Sports scoreboard.
So right on the true centre wing position. Salmon to do the ruck work against Harding. A huge difference in height. Harding gets front position. Salmon shoves him out of the way. Here's Evans. Harry Bryant tried to break the tackle that time. Oh, 50. It makes you laugh sometimes. When it comes to Buick, a chance. Long, a beautiful hand pass. Oh, he's kicked it across. That is wasted opportunity. Brian McKenna will take it away easily, and that's all because of a bad skill error.
Grenvold and West. West just on the ground in this second quarter. He's kicked a half forward. A dive by Thompson. He almost let it get behind him to Heady. But on all fours, Bomber Thompson. Terrific stuff. Wangani in the short pass up the centre wing, plain. One hand not enough. Oh, Brennan attacked it hard. This could be a goal for the Eagles on the rebound. The kick by Brennan inside the 50. Hines up high. Free kick to Hines. He was held.
Yep, I think it was there.
Just as he went for the second grab, he was held. So the kick to Plain, it had just been a little closer, they would have been up in there for one.
Gee, I didn't see Harvey get hold of him.
It didn't look to be much in it on the replay, did there?
Now Hines kicking for goal from just outside the 50. And that's a goal.
Yep, great kick.
Well, they are under the hammer, the Eagles, but they've kicked the last 3 goals of the game and now lead again by 11 points.
It's a sign of a good team. This game seesawed a little. Essendon controlling this second quarter. To see the effort again. Just a slight hold on there on Hines, but the umpire's decision is final. And the Eagles just sneaking back into this game.
Well, a great kick by Hines. Got 5 seconds of play till half-time, so there won't be any more score, I wouldn't think. Evans racing after at his heels, and there's the siren to end a very entertaining first half of football here at the MCG. The Eagles with their noses in front, 8-6-54. They lead Essendon 6-7-43.
Chris Mitchell, the umpire, to get us underway at the start of the second half. Eagles 8-6, Essendon 6-7. Punched down by Somerville back on the ball, and he wins the first kick out of the middle. That dominated centre breaks. Punch to the front. Chance for Derek Kickett. He's going away from goal. He likes this on the left boot. Thump! What a kick by Kickett! Oh, just offline.
Hit the post. Oh. Gee, that would have lifted the Ross.
Oh.
Guy McKenna to bring it back into play. A beautiful kick again. Chris Mainwaring at half-back. The vital third term. Mainwaring has been pretty quiet. The centre wing. Good effort by Wilson to hold his ground, and a bit stiff not to have been paid that.
Chris Mainwaring back onto the wing for this quarter. Spent the majority of the second quarter in a pocket with Robbie West coming onto the ground.
So Somerville back in the ruck. Salmon at full forward. They really want Salmon to fire up there. Take a couple of big grabs. That's Shaw getting it to Gary O'Donnell in towards half forward. Hurd at the front. Brennan, hard man to beat Michael Brennan. Taken away by Worsfold. And a clever little chip kick has found Lamb. Dwayne Lamb. Centre wing. Shaw at the back. Mainwaring at the front. Oh, clever mark. He's should have gone to punch then, Shaw. Chris Mainwaring to the half-forward line. Over the back, Joe Masidi. He loses it to Evans. Tony Evans. Oh, he trapped that beautifully. Now he's caught. Well, at least the umpires have been consistent. Got Denham's tripped over.
You thought none of them were free kicks?
Masidi. Well, maybe that one was because he did have a chance to get rid of it. Joe Masidi. In towards half-forward. Hurd runs past the ball. Brennan. Wilson. Pike. Pike to the half-forward line. It should be a Harvey mark here. Oh, he copped it hard. And players crunched in some good shepherding then by O'Donnell.
How many times have people said that about Harvey? He copped it hard.
He's at goer. Oh, good mark, Shaw. Great mark.
Rick Shaw. Up towards the centre of the ground. Wilson in front. Somerville spoils from behind. Chance for Buick. He's buffeted off it. Still got a chance. But Matera's pace gets him to the contest. Look at that. Brilliant stuff by Peter Matera. Oh, run down well. Gee, Hills did all right there. Simon's a bit slow, son. Denham. Hines dispossessed. Gee, it's a hot potato. Matera, 60 metres out from goal. A high ball to the square. They both go to ground. It bounces off the back of their heads. Through for a behind, but it's a free kick. Fletcher. Did you see a replay? That hooped it hit.
Well, no doubt about that free kick. This is Buick doing a lot of work in defence today. He kicked 8 goals against the Eagles over in Perth early in the season. Somerville tries to hook it back. Should have tried to kick it off the ground. There's Harding setting it up towards the half-forward line, and it all stays in play. Heady's there now. Is that on the full? I think it is off the boot of Heady. So an accidental kick, and Bomber Thompson will take the free kick.
Low-scoring game, 54 to 44.
Looks if Dwayne Land's been carried off the ground too. Drew's badly injured.
Essendon through the middle. That is a beautiful pass to Kickett. He dishes off the hand pass to Long. Back to Kickett. The floater over the top. Derek Kickett, left or right foot, it doesn't matter. Salmon. And Dwayne Lamb being carried off, which is bad news for the Eagles, especially with Salmon lining up for what looks like a certain goal.
Matt Clappo coming on to replace Dwayne Lamb. Doesn't look too good.
Well, when you get carried off, it mightn't just be the game. It's close to the finals pretty well. Let's hope it's not the season for Dwayne Lamb. Salmon.
Don't tell me.
He has missed from 11 metres.
That is disgraceful, isn't it? At a vital time, they really didn't want that.
Still haven't kicked the goal.
Well, I suppose it's easy to do. As we see Guy McKenna, beautiful kick again to Matera. Now, I wouldn't mind betting the Eagles rebound here and get a goal. Look at that hand pass, magnificent from Matera to Evans. That was a poor hand pass. Oh, they dipped the shoulder then. That was Hills. Socket down towards the pocket. Sumich, he went without it. Still going on with it, Peter Sumich. Hand pass out to Pike. Pike in towards the pocket. Some pushing and shoving going on. Umpire calling play on, and now a free kick to the Eagles in front of goal. A holding decision, I think, and it will go to Mitchell White. Well, as I said, you miss them at one end, it'll go down the other end for sure. Now, here's Clappe, but it's not his kick. It's a mark in the finish. Oh. Mitchell White from directly in front. Kicks. And I think he's goal. He has. So the Eagles, after a bad miss by Salmon, have taken it down their end, and they now lead by 15 points.
Yes, and so often that happens, Pete, doesn't it? The turnover comes very quickly. That terminology that some like or dislike. And here's a mark by White just out of the picture. On the ground to replace McIntosh. McIntosh found it very hard to get into the game in the first half.
Now it's a 15-point break to the West Coast Eagles, and Salmon was looking to kick for goal to put the Bombers within a kick. Goes past Watson. Worsfold off the ground. Worsfold again. Watson still in this. Here comes Kickett. Well, Wilson says Kickett's holding it, but the umpire will ball it up. Now we saw Lamb carried off. Don Scott.
Yes, Drew. Well, he's in a lot of pain. The boot came off. It's his left ankle. Ice applied immediately. But I'm not much of a judge. I've said guys will not take place again after such an injury. But to me, I don't think he'll take any further part. But then again, as I said, I could be proved wrong.
Well, let's hope it's nothing serious for Dwayne Lamb. Been the top player for the Eagles ever since they came into the comp. Free kick to Kickett. Sun in the eyes. Salmon low down, can't take the mark. Essendon free.
Played a throw, Drew.
Buick wants to take it, but he's not going to be allowed to. Michael Long's free. Flick out by Jakovic. You can see a lot of those in a game of footy.
That was not a throw. I hate to say it, but it just wasn't.
Long kicking from about 45 metres. They need it. They've got it. Still the Bombers in touch, trailing by 9 points.
Yes, the most effective part about Michael Long's game today has been his handballs. Not just because he's had 11, but they've been pretty effective. He's got himself involved in play a lot more. He tends to drift in and out of the game. A bit more consistent today, which is good to see.
Well, they certainly needed that one, Ross.
Oh.
The Eagles, well, they're not able to break the shackles. Essendon hanging in there. Harding versus Somerville. Now, here's Ollerenshaw. He went without it. A holding decision. And it will be to David Hines. Hines, centre of the ground. Sumich on the lead. He's going to bring it out towards Sumich to a low trajectory kick, but chipping across the front was Grenvold. On to Fletcher. Oh, an ordinary kick by Fletcher, and it will roll to the line before the veteran Timmy Watson can grab it. There's Dustin Fletcher. Very promising young player. Tall and lanky. Obviously will need to do a lot of weight work. Well played, Denham. He's been a good player. On the long. This is Michael Long. He'll look up there for Salmon. Salmon at the back. Chipping across with Simons was good play. Now Hurd. Hurd steadies. And James Hurd, cool as a cucumber, puts it through. Great play. Well, that is class. He hesitated. He had a look, Ross, and he did it all himself.
Yes, he just knew what was going on around him, Pete, didn't he? And that's, as you say, a definite sign of class. And Denham, he's done very well today, Pete. His handball's terrific. There's Michael Long again, featuring in the play. He's putting himself in position in the contest. Salmon was never going to get there in the full, and Hurd just knew what was happening, got his kick away. Well played.
Well, we have a game again now. 3 points the margin. A low-scoring thriller at the MCG. Denham again. Ollerenshaw ducking. Oh, a high tackle, says the umpire.
Very lucky.
Might have been lucky with that one. Back to Harvey. Goes long with that one. Hurd, but the man behind him, Brennan, takes the mark. Brennan's kick. Congested area. It was a 50-50 ball at best, and the Bombers have come out with it. Hills gets it back to Thompson. Long bomb to full forward. Salmon, but Jakovic has had the better of him.
Heading and half back. It was a good effort then by Jakovic. He out-bustled Salmon. Mainwaring. Now Wilson. The Eagles off and running. Wilson to the half-forward line. Grenvold at the back. Thumped away. It was good defensive play by David Grenvold.
He's kept Chris Waterman fairly quiet. Waterman's a dangerous player.
Well, there he is, the former South Australian. Really plays it close and hard. So both sides not being able to break away. Oh, there's Long getting it to Denham. Denham, a quick kick in towards Hurd. Oh, the pace was Harding. A great effort on to Hines. Now Pike. Pike sets it up towards the half-forward line. Pushing and shoving going on. It goes to ground. Wanganeen with class. Now Masidi. He loses the ball in the tackle. Denham lays the tackle, and the umpire will come in and bounce.
Robbie West there, number 37. He's a Victorian amongst all these West Australians. Comes from Wodonga. And the handballs, and the Bombers have had them all day. Ball up close to the boundary line. Tapped out by Hines. Clappe. Evans gets boot to ball. Not a bad effort. Edge of the goal square. It bounces through them. Hines does well. Over his head. Kick smothered off West's boot. Play on, says the umpire. What a contest in the goal square. Oh, that was fantastic.
Yes, Salmon's been taken off the ground, and Dean Wallace has come on to go to full forward.
Well, I reckon it's because of that when he was out positioned down there by Jakovic. I really do. I
should have gone back harder.
Yeah, it just wasn't a good enough effort. The kick out towards halfback. Somerville has it thumped away by Harding and over the line at half forward. And he also missed that easy goal at a vital time too. There's Paul Harding, been a terrific player for the Eagles. Mobile ruckman. Here's Hines trying to get in a kick. He can't do so. Look at that, a rugby scrum as they charge in after it. It'll be a bounce at half forward for the West Coast. They lead by 3 points.
Salmon had a game like this for Victoria where he just couldn't get it at all. And he's had some great games this year.
He's been quiet in a couple in recent weeks. Drew, he had a great game against North Melbourne. He took 15 marks, but a couple of weeks before that, in winning sides, he was played a couple of quiet ones. There's Gavin Wanganeen. So Hines will fly. Missed it completely. Now he's got a mobile player. Tries to hook it back, but puts it out in the full.
Bit of a hush over the ground at the moment. The Eagles lead 60 to 57. There's about 50,000 people here. Big climb by Somerville, but no mark. Off hands to Harding. Hoisted high, short of the goal square. Courage needed here. Oh! Wanganeen showed 100%. Oh! Fantastic mark by Gavin Wanganeen. Through O'Donnell to Hills. His eyes would still be spinning. Now Harvey has it at centre wing.
Oh, good mark by Harvey.
A critical one too. The ball had a spilt to ground. Here's the mark of Wanganeen. Great stuff.
Oh, that is sensational. What a talent. In towards half forward. Hurd is the fly. Punched away by Worsfold. Timmy Watson trying to tap it on. He was grabbed. Hurd again. Hurd again. Great play, James Hurd. In towards Wallace. Wallace has been brought onto the ground and moved to full forward. He's marked in front of Djokovic. Great play, Hurd.
Yes, and that's what we talk about, quality of possessions. When you get the footy, others work hard to get it to you, or you work hard yourself, use it properly, and Hurd invariably does that.
Well, he led very quickly then, Dean Wallace. And Salmon on the lead today has been well held by Djokovic. The Bombers, if he kicks this, will lead by 3 points. 45-degree angle. Dean Wallace lays back and slams it through. It's a goal. The Bombers by 3 points, Ross.
Yes, and Dean Wallace back in the side after hamstring problems. A player who has shown a bit back and forward, but Heard, the person on screen, did very well. He's a class player. We've said that before.
Well, the change at full forward for Essendon paid dividends straight away. Wallace getting on that beautiful pass from Hurd.
There's Djokovic now to centre-half back 2, Drew, with Brennan going back to full-back.
Somerville faces Harding, and Somerville wins, but it comes straight down to Pike. His kick clears the centre square, but marked by Thompson. Thompson up short of half forward. Hurd again. Now, James Hurd, 4 marks, 13 possessions, but it's been the quality. He's kicked a goal, he's set up a couple. This one's very high. Somerville's there, goes to ground. It comes down to McKenna. Now Worsfold. Delayed the kick to the very last split second. It bounces through to Heady. Round the corner he goes. Clever kick by Heady. Mark Evans. Pike back to Evans. Caught. Watson got him. Timmy Watson, the veteran of 291 games, take a free kick.
Initially that was high for Watson.
Boy, that should have been Evans' kick. Chance for Hurd. Oh, cleverly to Simons. It's a loose ball out wide. Oh, look at the desperation of Brennan. Terrific play by Michael Brennan, but that tackle by Tim Watson was right across the shoulders of poor old Tony Evans.
And now McIntosh back on the ground with the clappe off.
Third quarter free kicks, 9 Essendon, 1 West Coast. Now look at that. Now, is that around the neck or not?
And Malthouse wasn't happy with the umpires at half-time. What would he be like at three-quarter time?
Well, socket off the ground. Oh, here's danger because Michael Long. Oh, look at that. He chips it in. Oh, great play by Long to Wallace. And once Michael Long gets his hands on it, he's dynamite.
Very few players can do that. Just stop and prop. Get out of the tackle. What's this? Just ducks down, stands, and use of the football again.
Well, this could be a master stroke by Kevin Sheedy. He's bitten the bullet and taken Paul Salmon, the star player, off the ground, brought on Dean Wallace. A big risk in doing so. And Dean Wallace about to kick, maybe kick 2 in a couple of minutes. There's the kick. Oh, he's hooked it badly. And he's missed. Well, that would have been a handy one, Roscoe.
We have. Tim Watson now has been moved back to the back line, picking up Mitchell White. Bomber Thompson to go forward by the looks.
Well, Essendon by 4 points.
Towards the outer side. Mainwaring works to the front of Denham. Good mark. He played on. He's lost it. Now it's an Essendon ball, centre of the ground. Good gather by Ollerenshaw. The pass low to Wallace again. No mark. Out to Long. Long, 50 metres out. Short pass. Hurd. Kick it. Charging at it. Oh, well done, Jakovic. Wilson. Ball around the head by Hurd, it looked like. The hand pass out of trouble. Boundary line will do the Eagles there. They were under the pump.
See, Michael Long at times passes when he should kick for goal, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. Kevin Shooty confused her, and now he's changed Tim Watson back again. Bomber Thompson going back to pick up Mitchell White, where he started.
Half forward for Essendon. Gary O'Donnell. Hetty gets in a quick hand pass. Jakovic. Oh, Essendon tackling well now. Harding. Further afield, that was regressed. Evans. Guy McKenna. In towards McIntosh. Now, will it sit for him? Ashley McIntosh. He's very, very quick. He races into goal and slams it right through the middle. Eagles in front. Ashley McIntosh has been very quiet. But he showed pace then. They lead by 2 points, the West Coast.
Yes, the crowd booing because they thought the free kick was against Evans there for holding on for too long. But the kick from McKenna just cleared out the danger area. Good 50 metres. And then McIntosh, as Pete said, just very quick. Mark Harvey wouldn't have caught him.
Well, the Bombers hit the front briefly, as they did in the second quarter, but the Eagles once again have regained the lead, 66-64. Great game at the MCG. An unsung hero is Harding. He's done some excellent, courageous, skillful things. Denham dropped it in the tackle, goes back to trap it at ground level. Oof, Harvey straight through. And O'Donnell just flicked the hand pass up. Now Ollerenshaw. Out in the open is Buick. They won't catch him. He goes for a bit of a run. Approaching 50. Darren Buick goes long. There's nobody back there. It clears Brennan, but misses.
Well, that's exciting when Matera runs away with it and when Buick runs away with it. Terrific to watch. That's really exciting stuff. Guy McKenna. 1 point the margin. The West Coast lead. To the half-back line, no mark to the Eagles. Hand pass came out from Banfield. This is Jakovic. In towards the half-forward line, McIntosh, almost a mark. Good attempt. Mercedes and McIntosh with desperation. Here's Hines. David Hines. Oh, good tackle on Hines. Taken by Harvey. In towards Hurd. Over the back. Oh, look at Hurd go. Good play by James Hurd. He's got it. Oh, look at that dummy. Then he brings it in. Oh, great attempt. Wallace back with the flight. Still Wallace. Kicker is there. And the Eagles under desperate situation. Johnny Worsfold thumps it over the line for behind. Scores a level.
I thought for a moment Hurd was going to kick the goal of the season. McKenna. Usually get a thrilling game with the Eagles. They never get beaten by much. And they've played some close ones over the last few years. Evans, short pass to centre wing. Well, Essendon have the numbers here. Wilson tries to see the ball out. Hines is taken out by Harvey. Crowd yells, ball! Umpire said, throw it in, boundary umpire.
They're tackling well, Essendon, this quarter.
Tackles at 20-19. Essendon just in front. Watson in ruck. How about that? He was in the commentary box last year. Wilson just got the hand pass away. Pike up towards half-forward. Oh, Harvey. He's been doing that for 150 games.
He is the most courageous player playing in the AFL, in my opinion, Mark Harvey. Now, this is Bomber Thompson. In towards kick it. Oh, look at that. I wonder if he'll go the big torpedo punt kick, Ross.
He likes to do that, doesn't he, Pete?
Yeah, I bet you he'll go that big torp. Let's have a look. He loves it from out there.
The air splitter.
And if he gets onto it, it'll clear the fence. He is a long kick.
Peter.
He's going, yes, he's going the top. Have a look at that kick. Oh, a ripper. A goal. You laughed. He is a magnificent kick. 72 to 66.
It didn't clear the fence, though.
I tell you what, it wasn't far off it. What about that for a kick? Great to see Derek kick it. Look at it.
There's a beautiful kick there. And such a timely one too, more importantly. And Essendon just keep chipping away.
Bombers in front by a straight kick. A mighty kick by Kickett. Out of the middle go the Eagles. This is building into a fantastic finish. O'Donnell, half back to half forward with that one. Kickett charges at it, gets the crumbs off hands. Inside the 50, Derek Kickett. Regains his footing, high ball to the edge of the square. Oh, Wallace caught behind. Brennan, a fine mark.
Good solid player, Michael Brennan. Terrific in a crisis, Ross.
Oh, my word.
Brennan's kick. Matera shrugs off Hills. Matera was brilliant, had 12 possessions in the first quarter. Hasn't been able to keep up that pace. Here he goes again. Michael Long came from behind to get him. Trip down goes Banfield.
Oh!
Matera still. Now it's an Essendon free kick. A push.
Oh, little things going the way of the Bombers now. Matera tried to really liven them up then by that run. It came unstuck. Oh, well done over the Simons by O'Donnell. A guy McKenna put on enormous pressure then. But a free kick paid to Gary O'Donnell, and he's off. And no one on the mark. Oh, gee, Mick Malthouse won't like that. Here's Wallace up in front. Can't take it. Timmy Watson from the boundary. Across the face, and it rolls over the line on the opposite pocket. Scoreboard 72 to 66. 6 points the margin. Essendon leads.
4 1/4 minutes to 3/4 time. Harding with Somerville. Somerville. Watson. And it's thumped. Just misses the behind post. A throw in Essendon's forward pocket.
Geez, I thought Somerville was looking straight at Kickett then and should have given there's Timmy Watson, but should have given the hand pass to Kickett.
Harding might have won that. Hurd shrugs a tackler and kicks a freak goal. James Hurd gets his second. The Bombers lead by 2.
And more importantly, Drew, the second in this quarter. If Kickett's wasn't a team lifter, this one certainly was. Should never have got out of trouble there. And all the congestion in the world. It's a great goal. Proving a real handful.
James Hurd, that much talent. This young player, for one so young, he is going to be a superstar, in my opinion. His father was president of Essendon. His dad played for the Bombers. His grandfather, I should say, was president of Essendon, Alan. And his dad also played for the Bombers. So here's Brett Heady on the left foot. Brings it in towards half forward. Thump the ground. A big chance here for the Eagles. Sumich trying to get onto the left foot. I dummied it well. Well played, Peter Sumich. In towards the pocket. Here's West. Under pressure across the face. And West has put it out on the full. Time clock showing just over 3 minutes of play left in the third term.
Grenvold to take the free. There's James Hurd, a 20-year-old. There are a couple of younger, or 3 younger in the side. Well, Fletcher and Nasiti are 18, and in the squad was McCurry, who's 19. I heard him interviewed at half-time. Well, away they go. Hills with a run, but Matera with great pace from behind. A kick to centre half forward. Worsfold can't take the mark. Jakovic, hand pass. Well, that's great. Out to Main Waring. His pass is beautiful. And on the chest of West. Long kick. Sumich and Fletcher. Fletcher does the right thing. Nasiti, well done. Just 18 years of age. Buick at centre wing. Things going Essendon's way. They lead 78 to 66. 2.5 minutes to 3/4 time. Kick by Buick. Perfect.
Clever play too, Drew, by Buick, because he was out on that wing. He brought himself toward the centre, straightened the goals up. And then Wallace on a good lead and a good kick from Buick.
Well, you've got to hand it to Kevin Sheedy. He took a big gamble by taking Salmon off the ground, a big-name player, but he backed himself in, didn't he?
Dean Wallace, 3 marks all in this quarter. He's kicked 1 goal. Probably should have 2, but he's going for his second now. This for a 3-goal lead to Essendon. Close. Missed.
Well, he's missed a couple he probably should have kicked. But look at the scoring shots now, 24-16. So it just shows how much of the play that the Bombers have had. Guy McKenna waiting. Vital minute and a half coming up. Certainly the Eagles wouldn't want Essendon to score another one. Here comes Hurd from the side. He put the pressure on. This is Peter Wilson. Kickett was after him. Now, was he held? I think he was. So it's a free kick going back to Peter Wilson at half back. So Wilson, the Eagles could really do with one before 3/4 time. Now he chips it in short here. He's found the mark. This is Banfield. And towards Heady. Wanganeen flies from the back. He put enough pressure on to allow himself to come back and grab it again. Oh, look at that. Beautiful football by Wanganeen. On to Mercedes. Mercedes should keep it in front of him. Try to get it back towards Grenville. Waterman was there. Now Gary O'Donnell. O'Donnell to the veteran Timmy Watson. Still in play, is it? No, it's crossed the line. So it'll be a throw-in.
Looks James Hurd's coming off. This is disappointing. Hope there's nothing wrong with it.
I hope it's not a hamstring
Well,
again.
good for a roll beat, Pete, because it'd be no other reason they take him off. Salmon back on. He looks rather dejected too, James Hurd.
Oh, that's a shocking blow for the Bombers.
Well, you never know when you've got those hamstrings beaten. They just keep recurring.
Yeah, one of the most deceptive injuries, Pete, there's no question.
What a term he's played. He's kicked 2 goals and he's been brilliant in this 3rd quarter. Salmon needs to lift. Somerville in ruck against Harding. Denham been an excellent player. Off the left inside the 50. Diving mark by Worsfold.
Not good enough by Kickett then.
17 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Can the Eagles get it down there and get a late goal? Not going wide like this, but they wouldn't be aware of the clock. We can tell Don Pike he hasn't got much time. Zigzagging, Ollerenshaw. And there is the siren for 3/4 time. A quarter which belonged to the Bombers, but this time they got the score on the board. And they've converted an 11-point deficit into a 13-point lead. Essendon 11-13-79 to West Coast 10-6-66.
So David Howlett to bounce the ball. 13 points they lead by the Bombers. They've lost their exciting forward, James Hurd. Let's see what they can do. There's a quick kick. That was from Pike down towards the half-forward line. Mercedes went without it. Grenville gets it across to Wanganeen. He was held after he got rid of it. Evans was there. Denham goes to ground and too high, the tackle by Chris Waterman. And it is little Sean Denham. He's been one of their better players, Ross.
Yes, he's been very productive. No question there, Pete.
Former Geelong Rover, discarded by the Cats. He'd probably get a game with the Cats at the moment. In towards half-forward. Salmon underneath the ball. Here's Gary O'Donnell working hard as usual. Down towards Somerville. Somerville bounce beats him. Brennan. On to Chris Mainwaring, who's been very, very quiet. Mainwaring, no one leading for him, so he's forced to come back on the right foot, and that sets it up for Harvey at the back. Good play, Harvey. He had backup support from Ollerenshaw. On to Long. Danger for the Eagles when Long picks it up. He chips it across. That's a bad kick by Long. He set it up for O'Donnell and the Eagles to come over the back. Here's Mitchell White. On to the racehorse. Here he goes. Peter Matera from 70 metres. Kicks it in. Chris Waterman. Can't mark. Good play.
Free kick to Grenville, Pete.
No, he's paying it to Waterman. It was a shocker.
Gee, I thought it was going to
That's what I'm saying. Grenville went back with a flight of the ball, did what any backman would do. Look at that.
That's okay. It's hit him on the number.
That is not a free kick. Oh. Well, what could the backman do in that situation? Ross, tell me that.
Nothing at all. He did the right thing.
Anyway, it's been paid. Chris Waterman from 15 metres will kick a goal, will he? Yes, he's put it right through the middle. So Waterman kicks his first. And the West Coast, they creep closer. They trail by 7 points only.
Well, I hope the umpires didn't look at the discrepancy in that third quarter of 9-2 in favour of Essendon. I'm not trying to just square the ledger here because it should have been play on. Penetrating kick by Matera.
Watch Grenville. He ran back.
And that's where I thought the free kick was going to Grenville there. Pete Waterman held his hand. Not quite held his hand, held his arm.
Oh, well, it's there now.
Well, we're back to a 7-point ball game after the free kick and goal. Pike out of the middle. Punch from behind, good discipline. Heady tackled by Thompson. That spills to Denham. Watson in front at centre wing. Hawks the hand pass, Tim Watson. Goes long, pretty long kick. Oh, a chance there for Simons, he overruns. Wallace goes back to kick it. Dangerous within 50. What was that? Straight to Wilson. Kick it. Chance to amend, or make amends. And the umpire comes in and will ball it up. Free kicks at 22-14. And I think the umps do take statistics. They might have had a little look at three-quarter time. Punch out. Wasn't a bad effort. But it's all Essendon near centre wing. Buick on the turn. Left footer. Kick it. He's got it.
He went. That's amazing, Mark. He
almost took it on the way down. He almost took it on the way down. Yes. To see this, he's up. And he's down as the ball comes to his hands. Great skill.
Yep. Amazing bloke. As all West Australians watching the telecast would know, would have won a Sandover medal had he not been suspended. And in those days there were lots of votes, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He would have won by about, well, he won it by about 16. He played 4 different clubs in 4 years. He settled at Essendon. He goes with a mighty kick for goal, but is offline and kicks it behind. He can do the very best, but sometimes, like that little kick to Wilson a while ago, can drive you mad.
He can be absolutely sensational or very, very ordinary. Derek Kickett, there's no in between with him. Guy McKenna, the half-back. Oh, that's a good, strong mark by Worsfold. He is a great pressure player, John Worsfold. On to Chris Mainwaring. Mainwaring to the half-forward line. Harvey at the back. Good tackling on Brett Heady. They're wearing him like a glove. A quick kick by Heady. A one-on-one contest. Sumic off the ground. Can't get it. Good play by Fletcher. He put the pressure on, allowed Michael Long to grab it. Back to Fletcher, and the Bombers get it away. Timmy Watson over his head. Watson and Wilson. Wilson will get there first. Dodging and weaving onto the left foot. In towards half-forward. There are Bombers at the back. Mitchell White at the front. Michael Long's got it. Cleverly done by Long, and a beautiful kick will find Buick. Now, is that a free kick?
Goodness me.
On to Hines. Hines kicks it in towards goal, David Hines. One-on-one contest, a chance for Sumic, a big chance, Sumic, a magnificent goal by Peter Sumic. Sumic has kicked 3. The Eagles fight back hard. They now trail by only 2 points.
Yes, and that's one of Sumic's few kicks since the first quarter. He kicked a couple of goals. That should have been a free kick as Jonas Seedy there limping. This has to be a free kick. Right in the back. Goodness me.
Would have rattled every bone in his body. Well, Peter Sumic has kicked 3 goals. He kicked 2 in the first quarter. Been rarely cited since then. But now the Eagles within 2 points. Pike out of the middle. And Don Scott mentioned three-quarter time there was a long injury list. So do the Bombers have a full lineup at this stage? Mainwaring a centering kick. Sumic! Oh, Wanganeen nearly again. Knocked himself cold when he hit the ground. It's gone on to Harvey. His hand pass was blocked by Hines. They're still in trouble here, Essendon, and Wanganeen certainly in trouble. Clever by Fletcher. Over the top to O'Donnell. Kick towards centre wing. That's it. Paul Salmon takes the mark. He's 4th for the day.
Well, Wanganeen's courage, unbelievable. Here goes Buick. He's backed himself in. Look at him go. He chips it out wide. Fantastic play by Buick.
He's got to kick the goal, Samuel Pete. He has to kick the goal. They've got the momentum. They need this.
They really do need it.
Yeah, Wangadini. Great effort. He knew he had a look. He knew he had to go. Fletcher was too far behind Sumic.
And the only reason he had a look to see if his teammate was here. When he
That's
saw
what I'm saying. Yes, he knew he had to go.
When he saw he wasn't there, he thought, I've got to commit myself. But here's Somerville directly in front. They needed the Bombers. Oh, it's a shocker. He's hooked it. And they've missed a couple of vital kicks.
It's 2-3 to Somerville. I've got him for.
Well, you look at the scoreboard. They did this against North Melbourne when they should have had the game won. 11-15 to 12-6. That's a lot of scoring shots.
Some of the culprits: Salmon, no goals, 3 behinds. Buick, 1-2. Kickett, 1-2. Somerville, 2 goals, 3. Wallace, 1 goal, 2. And Wallace could have kicked 3 goals instead of just 1. Short pass by McKenna, just carried. Harding. 44,507 here today at the MCG. McKenna, across in front of goal they go. Wilson, not too sure. Kickett trying to block him. Worsfold. Oh, that's good combination. McKenna on the run. Top game here. 81-78, the Bombers just in front. Mainwaring beats his man Buick at centre wing. The kick inside the 50, all Essendon. Harvey celebrating his 150th today. Was benched for a while. Not one of his greatest, but a couple of displays of top courage. Salmon drops a mark at centre half back. Off hands to Heady. Hurried left footer. Sumic has front position, but he can't gather. Hacked out of there by Fletcher. Luck's a fortune. Salmon.
Watson. Jimmy Watson bombs it in long. He's looking down there for Wallace to take a mark. Wallace. Oh, he did a great mark. Use of the body, sensational, Dean Wallace.
And full marks to Dustin Fletcher too. Came across, got the ball off the deck with a boot. Came to Salmon, who I thought should have been paid the mark earlier on anyway. And this is a terrific mark to Wallace.
With locked arms.
Great control.
Well,
this does deserve a goal, Pete.
Clever mark now. Dean Wallace must kick this for the Bombers because they've missed a couple of sitters. He himself missed 2 in the third quarter. Dean Wallace from 25 metres. Oh, don't tell me he's missed it. Yeah, I think he has. He's missed again, and Kevin Sheedy would be tearing his hair out. Honestly, this could cost them another game. Look at the mark.
Well, deserved a goal all the way down from Fletcher's effort at fullback.
Well, he's played so much seconds football, Wallace. He's been there since 1987, played just 50-odd league games. And the pressure of big game here, it might be telling. Here's Harding, up towards half forward. On his own is Heady. The margin is just 4 points, the Bombers leading. They've had 27 scoring shots to 18. Sumic in the middle's got it.
It's a very good mark, Drew.
Great mark.
A 2 to beat, 1 behind, 1 in front. Harvey coming back into him, Fletcher behind.
And you just about back him now, wouldn't you, to kick this?
Terrific mark. Judged it beautifully.
Well, Peter Sumic, he's kicked 3 goals, 2. The man on the mark is just 40 metres from goal. Sumic currently is about 70 metres from goal. He's taken it a long way back. This to put the Eagles back in front. A goal. Plays 82, and the Eagles lead it.
Yes, and productive at both ends of this game, Peter Sumic. 2 goals in the first quarter, now 2 in the second, and this last, I should say. But a great mark. Mistake by Hills up in the outer wing there, just giving rid of the ball indiscriminately, turned it over to the Eagles. The goal results.
The West Coast Eagles by 2 points. Salmon. Here's Hills trying to break the tackle. Might have been leg taken by Pike, smothered off the boot. Here's Salmon going at it, tapped away from him. Matera, danger player. Matera did it well. On to Evans. Evans looking for Sumic. Fletcher can't mark. Good play by Sumic to put on the pressure. Great play, Peter Sumic, as he kicks it at goal. Oh, hits the post. Rotten luck for the full forward because it was a great individual effort.
Yes, he just continually slapped Fletcher away. Fletcher just should have been a little bit stronger with that mark.
Can you imagine
Here
the
it is,
fans.
just a bit stronger there.
The fans in Western Australia watching this, they'd be on the edge of their seats. The Eagles clinging to the 6 at the moment, and the Bombers trying to displace them. Banfield in his first game goes back with his hand pass. It's soccer forward by Simons. Watson, his hand pass blocked by Mainwaring. Well done, Chris Mainwaring. Wilson out to centre wing. Harding, his left foot at a half forward. They've had less scoring shots but lead on the scoreboard, the Eagles. Reigning premiers. Down goes Waterman. Over the top, Wanganeen. Grenvold finds Harvey. Floats one back to Masiti. High ball. Salmon has the hide on Harding. It comes to the back to Watson. He paddles it on. Great play, Tim Watson. Simons with a bit of time, but Wilson closed him down. And the ball goes out of play when it looked a certainty that Simons would dash away with it.
A good play to Peter Wilson. He got up and got quickly back to cover Simons, who looked at the run. Just a little fumble by Simons. Wilson got there.
Well, they've had heaps of chances, the Bombers. Salmon staging for a free kick then. It shouldn't be doing that at this stage of the game. Wilson still in play. Holland Shaw takes it over the line. So it's at centre wing. Salmon against Harding. The next goal vitally important. They're pushing and shoving. Long at the back. Michael Long. Look, oh, he goes to ground. Gets it in towards Denham. Denham hooks it out. That was good play. This is Hills. Back to Long. On the left foot. Long hooks it back to half. What a chance for the Bombers. O'Donnell chips it out wide. Here's a chance for Mark Dean Wallace. It's your turn to kick a goal. He must kick this one. Ross has had plenty of chances.
Yeah, I agree with you, Pete.
He doesn't want to go for goal. He's looking everywhere else but the goal square.
There's some very tired players out there. Some of them finding it very hard to pick their legs up.
I'll say Dean Wallace is a very long kicker for football, so distance will be no problem. He's only kicked one goal. There's the drop punt. It floats. Don't tell me he's missed another one. Right, it's going to cost them the game, this kicking. 1 goal for his kick.
Yep.
Look at the scoreboard. 11-17 to 13-7.
28 shots to 20, but the Eagles lead by 2 points. They have it through Banfield at halfback. Worsfold. His kick over centre wing. Heady. Oh, well done, Wanganeen. Gee, I should give him a George Cross today. That was a heady mark for sure, wasn't it?
He is sensational, Wanganeen.
Harvey goes over the top. Comes to Denham. Desperate now. We're in the last 12 minutes of the game. Worsfold interfered with. Free kick.
There's no doubt about that one. A free kick against Somerville. Johnny Worsfold. When the going gets tough, that's how he likes it. And he's always a good player in those situations. That could have been a free kick to Hines. I think he was pushed out. McIntosh. Taken by Hills. Masiti. The Bombers go forward once again. Somerville at the back. Can't take the mark, but he worked very hard, Somerville. Pike in towards the half-forward line. 2 against 1. Hines at the front. Thumped away from him over the line. Half-forward for the Eagles.
Centre breaks favouring the Eagles. It's been pretty much Essendon's way.
The Eagles had a bye last week. I wonder whether that'll make a difference at this stage. The last desperate 10 or 11 minutes. Long. Goes to ground, whistle's gone. It's an Essendon free kick coming back to Buick. And prior to the bye, the Eagles lost to Carlton in that thriller by a point over in Perth. And that followed a history-making win over Collingwood at Victoria Park. Long, another one of the walking wounded at the moment. Off Somerville, down to kick it. His hand pass blocked. It's tunnelled out. Mainwaring back into the pack. Trouble for you. West goes back. Oh, trouble. O'Donnell, no distance with the kick. Is that a mark to Worsfold? Yes.
Johnny Worsfold coming across the face of goal. This could be dangerous. He's got Guy McKenna. He's pretty sure under pressure. He brings it to the centre wing. Grenvold races at it. Grenvold and Waterman. Grenvold has won that contest. He taps it back well. Simons is there. Guy McKenna. A quick hand pass. Brennan back to McKenna. McKenna at half back. Brennan again. Brennan in all sorts of trouble. He's got backup support though from Main Wearing. In towards half forward, over the back. Is it a mark in front or a mark at the back? It's a mark to Hines. David Hines on centre wing. Sumich on the lead. Sumich and Fletcher. Fletcher's got the sit from behind. He thumps at the ground. Hetty is, no, it's not. It was West. Taken away by Hills. On the long. The Bombers rebound. Kick it. Over the back. Oh, free kick to kick it. Oh, come on, umpire. Copped it across the head. Taken away by Harding. In towards half forward. And the mark taken by Hetty. Well, I don't know what is going on.
Plains back on the ground. We saw him getting ice earlier on, so rough guess, Essendon probably have about 14 fit players.
Well, here's McIntosh marking, uncontested, 50 metres from goal. The kicker copped one right across the head in that contest down the other end. He did, yeah, look, he props right into his back. Now, is that a free?
I would have played it a free kick, yep.
McIntosh. Ashley McIntosh, a vital kick. He was a left footer. Normally a pretty accurate kick. 45-degree angle. A sweeping kick. He's hooked it. Now the Bomber fans breathe a sigh of relief. The Eagles fighting it out hard. On the scoreboard, they lead by 3 points.
Fletcher. What a responsibility for an 18-year-old schoolboy. Kicks in. Oh, he's kicked it. Oh, Matera couldn't take the mark, but his recovery's like a cat. But out of bounds on the full.
Good pressure by Hills there, Drew. Just kept to the task.
Free kick to Grenville. 86 to 83. The Eagles have the lead. We've got 8.5 minutes left in this game. The Eagles led at quarter time and half time by 14 and 11. Great third quarter by the Bombers, even though inaccurate. And they led by 13 at the last change, but they've lost the lead. A seesawing game. Look at the pressure. Hetty dishes up a good hand pass to Matera. Here's to White, misses the target. He's caught, holds it a long time. You're holding the ball. O'Donnell wants to go on with it. The advantage is played. It goes to Harvey. Straight up the middle, Essendon. Kick it at centre half forward. One hand not enough, but he's got it at ground level. Brennan takes it.
Michael Brennan in towards half forward and the mark. A good strong mark taken by Hines. I think Kicker was a bit too worried about the man coming at him before. Too much of the presence. There's almost over the back with Sumich. Wanganeen has been terrific under pressure. He chips it into Watson, and Timmy Watson, the experienced player, marks at half back. He sees out of the corner of his eye Ollerenshaw, and he's found him. Good mark. Peter Wilson made him earn it. This is Rick Ollerenshaw out, marking out in front of the eyes. That's a good, strong mark.
They don't give you easy kicks, the Eagles.
No, they're a desperate side. It's the way Malthouse coaches. Now, it is thumped away towards O'Donnell. Was he held? The umpire said yes. They really need a goal here. The leader's on by Salmon. A big chance here. That's a good lead. A great kick by Gary O'Donnell. Ever the big man has to kick a goal, this is it.
How important is this kick, Pete?
Oh, how much pressure is on Paul Salmon?
Well, they can make amends for quite a first part of the game, no question there.
He is goalless. He can go from villain to hero.
Well, they trail by 3 points. We have 6.5 minutes of play left. Been a good pressure game of football. Essendon have probably had the better of the game since quarter time, but the Eagles have fought it right out, as they always do. Paul Salmon, his side, oh, he's hooked it. A shocker. They need a mark. I think they've got one. O'Donnell.
Fancy O'Donnell marking in that one.
Now he's a left footer. I think he might look for the short one here.
Well, he can't give it to Salmon. He can't give it to Wallace. They're shot to pieces.
He's on the wrong side of the ground for a left footer. He's looking around. What can he do? Well, he go the banana kick. He wants to pass it. You can see that.
He should just come out on his right, Pete.
It was a bit like Chris Mainwaring last week. He is passing it right across to the big tall side. Salmon's bustled out of it. And Mainwaring takes an easy mark.
Well, as surprised as you'd be that O'Donnell marked in his pack, what about Main Waring in his? Oh, beautiful pass. In between half-back and centre is Waterman. Across to the outer side. Here's trouble for Essendon. They're limping back into position. Pike up to half-forward. Heady with Wanganeen. That's the man. That's the man. What a game, Gavin Wanganeen.
The Essendon fans are peeling for 50, but no way Noma's at 50. Off he goes. Hand pass across to Fletcher. Vital possession coming up. Harvey chips it wide. He's looking for the experienced Timmy Watson. Oh, the good play Watson to Ollerenshaw. Oh, a free kick in the back. Had to be paid that one. Ricky Ollerenshaw. Now, how many chances are the Eagles going to give them? They go forward again. Kick it. Tapped it back. That was good play to O'Donnell. Now Denham, a big chance here. Where's Salmon? Salmon, he has to take a mark here. He can't do so. Brennan is there. Oh, well played, Michael Brennan. He came in to back up his teammate, and he gives it across to Peter Matera.
Eagles leading by 3 points on the 7 Sports scoreboard with under 5 minutes remaining at the MCG. Matera's kick to centre wing. McIntosh has a second chance at it. Waterman goes back to Pike. Breaks the tackle. The kick by Don Pike to half forward. Harvey. Heady took it off him. They double team him. He is... ball held to him. It'll be a baller. Boy, free kicks at 26 to 16 in favour of Essendon. Heady's had it tough today. Well, nearly the last kick of the game could decide this. A low-scoring thriller. The Eagles have it by 3 points at the moment.
Gary O'Donnell. A quick kick to centre wing. Long waits for it. Taps it down. He's running along on his knees. Here's Hines. Chipping it back. Oh, mark has been taken by Mitchell White. About 40 metres from goal. On a pretty acute angle. Well, you would think if Mitchell White kicked this goal, it'd nearly be curtains for Essendon because they've had a lot of chances, Ross.
Yes, they've really given it everything and pushed the ball forward. They just missed out on capitalising on those opportunities given by players down the field. And Mitchell White is a pretty good kick at the footy.
So Mitchell White, a lot of pressure on this kick. If he kicks a point, the Bombers still a chance. If he kicks a goal, it'll be very difficult for Essendon. So there's the kick. It's out to the right. I think he's missed. Also still in it with a chance, the Bombers. One kick can put them in front. The youngster with the pressure on him. 3 minutes of play left. And off the ground is Simons, and limping on is Dean Wallace.
In this quarter, the Eagles have kicked 3 goals, 3. Essendon just 4 behind. They're goalless in this quarter. Somerville marks at halfback. They've had plenty of the play. They haven't been able to buy a goal, the Bombers. They trail by 4 points. Somerville to centre half forward. Kick it with a run at the pack. Mark off hands to Worsfold. He cuts through them. Hand pass misses the target. West. Ollerenshaw closes him down. They're there in numbers, the Bombers. Evans did all right to clear it. Banfield comes out. Harding. Pass. Half volley for Heady. White's there. Crunched down by Wanganeen. Oh, well done. Delayed hand pass out to Heady. If Sumic gets this. Oh, Fletcher did well. Is that a mark? Play on. Didn't get first touch. Sumic rips it away. The umpire will ball it up.
Oh, pressure. Pressure on the
start,
Let's see. I think Sumic might have got first bite. Yes, definitely. Good umpiring decision. As we see Hines doing the ruck work. Chance for the Eagles now, but taken away by Fletcher. Big chance for the Bombers. This could be their last hurrah. As coming away with it is Hills. Now the racehorse. Buick. Lee backed himself in. On the left foot, he brings it to the half-forward line. Some pushing. Oh, great mark. Wallace. Now he's got to kick it quickly. Salmon is one out. He's got to kick it now while Salmon is there. He's got a chance. Salmon at the back. Oh, free kick, Salmon. He was held. Now, you're not going to believe this. With 1 minute and 30 seconds of play left, he was definitely held by the jumper, by Jakovic. We'll have a look here. There it is. Now, not that now. He's got him. Grabbed him by the jumper. Yeah. Definite free kick. Courageous umpiring.
Great work by the Essendon backs too. They just held firm down there. Got the ball clear. Good running by Buick. And then a terrific mark by Wallace.
Now, the pressure kick of the day. We've seen some shocking misses, mostly by Essendon. Paul Salmon has been a pretty disappointing player today. He's been quiet. He's kicked 3 behinds. And this is, well, the crowd is hushed. We're under the minute. Look at we saw the look on the face of Kevin Sheedy. Paul Salmon has to kick this goal to put the Bombers in front. Salmon kicks. It's good. Bombers in front. They lead by 2 points. Look at Kevin Sheedy. And look at the look on the face of Paul Salmon. A pressure kick, and the big man was equal to the task.
Well, as you said, Pete, earlier on, you can make amends for some ordinary play earlier on, and he missed out on doing that about 5 minutes ago, but there's the free kick, definitely there. Good decision by the umpire. And a more critical kick you would not get.
Oh, boy. 34 seconds remaining. The Bombers by 2 points. It's been their only goal of the last quarter. Buick, kick smothered. Still time for the Eagles to get another one, but Olrenshaw has it. Watson gathers at fingertips. It might be all over now on Essendon's forward line. Out will do the Bombers. Wallace, the hand pass comes into play. He's not well playing. He flicks it. It's gone straight to Brennan. Out it goes to Mainwaring. There's time left. 8 seconds. They need a mark. They haven't got it. Mercedes for the Bombers. The hand pass to Denham. Now to Harvey. The Bombers have got it. Time out. The siren sounds. Oh, what a game. Essendon are back in the 6. Paul Salmon kicked his only goal in the last minute to win the game. Look at Kevin Sheedy.
Great performance of Bombers.
I have never seen Sheedy like that, except for those premierships in the 80s.
Oh, what a great performance, Roscoe.
Well, they had some players on one leg at the end there. Mercedes did very well.
Don Scott is down there. Scotty.
Jane, what a terrific game.
Oh, it's a great game, Don. Unbelievable. I'm just so glad he won. Gives our Bombers a chance to lie.
Yeah, sitting on the bench, you'll be going through agony, but how is that hamstring?
Yeah, it's all. I should hopefully I'll be able to come up for next week. Just got a little ping in it, not much at all. Hopefully I'll...
It's back related, or is it in the leg?
I'm not sure. I think it's just back related, yeah.
Well, listen, I'll let you go over. You did well while you were on. Terrific.
And Sheedy made a beeline for the group of players in the middle of the ground. The players are going up to the Essendon supporters, and Paul Salmon can't wipe the grin off his face. He had a horrid day, but won the game.
Well, I've never seen Kevin Sheedy ever show that much emotion about a win. It was so vital to their finals chances.
That's right, but when you look at who they've got in the next couple of weeks, Carlton, Collingwood, Sydney, then Footscray, as they say, it ain't an easy road home.
A crowd of 44,507, and you'd have to think over 40,000 of them Bombers supporters, and they've seen them get up in a thriller.